Come onto your hands and knees. Bring your knees as wide as your mat. Uncurl your toes. Big toes can touch. Bring your hips back towards your heels and reach your arms out in front, bringing your forehead to the mat. And take some breaths here. If your forehead doesn't comfortably touch, no problem. Stack your fists and place your forehead onto the top fist. Centering here. Taking some cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just letting go of anything that you brought onto your mat with you today. Good. And as it starts to feel good, begin breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, expanding the ribs. Exhale through the nose, softening down into the mat. Good. See if you can breathe into the count of 4. And out to 4. Into 4. And out to 4. Good. If you're familiar with Ujjayi pranayama, you can add that as well. If not, no problem. Slowly make your way up to your hands and knees. Bring your knees to center. Spread your fingers apart, pointer fingers pointing forward, knuckles rooting down into the mat. Center of the palm kind of suctioning up away from the mat. Walk your knees back a couple inches, curl the toes under, lift the knees up, and push the hips back into your first downward facing dog of the day. Good. Roll your shoulders away from each other like you're trying to close the armpits and roll the forearms in, keeping the knuckles heavy. Let's start to walk the dog, just bringing in some movement, waking up the backs of the legs. Just start to pedal out the feet, pushing one heel down, then the other heel down. It's okay if the heels don't touch the ground. Just walking it out. Good. Bring your big toes together to touch and lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee and just do some circles. Nice slow circles, 2 in each direction. Just as big as you can, comfortably. Good. Bring it down, switch it out. Just waking up the lower body, go in the other direction. Good. And bring the foot down. Slowly start to walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming into your mountain pose feet. So big toes touching or the bones of the big feet touching, or feet can be about fist width, whichever feels better. Inhale, come halfway up to your monkey pose, bringing your hands wherever you need to go to get a flat back. Exhale, fold over the legs. Push into the feet, look out in front of you. Inhale, rise up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, draw the hands down through center. Breathe here. Bringing the weight back slightly so that it's right above the ankles. Lengthening the spine by reaching the back of the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Coming back to your breath, maybe take a couple cleansing breaths. Good. And then let's start to smile here just to kind of raise our vibe a little bit. Notice how that feels when you do smile. Just letting your face be soft, the forehead, around the eyes and the jaw. Coming back to that breathing in for 4, out for 4, so that we're flowing together. Linking the movement to the breath. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead as you bring your hips back into chair, Utkatasana. Push your knees back so you can see your toes and your ankles, navel towards the spine. Breathe. Smile. What affirmation would you like to use for today? Set that now. Think about how would you like to feel after practice today? Do you want to feel powerful? Do you want to feel strong? Do you want to feel grounded? Do you want to feel inspired? And then just say, I am, and then put in your affirmation of the day. Good. Now from here, see if you can lift your heels. You can lower down, bringing the arms parallel to the ground, palms facing down, navel towards the spine. Stay there or pulse. 10, 9, 8. Keep smiling. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Inhale, chair. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Oh my goodness. Straighten the legs to where you can. Inhale, come halfway up to your monkey pose, reaching the heart forward. Exhale, step back to plank. Let's move nice and slow through this vinyasa. Inhale, push forward. This all takes 4 counts. Exhale, lower for 4 counts with or without the knees. Chest lands first, elbows in. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra, Bhujangasana, lifting the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under, lift the belly first. Inhale, push up to your plank or modified plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Moving slow in those vinyasas so that we can actually link movement to the breath and so that we're using our muscles and building our muscles instead of using momentum. Taking some breaths here, rolling the shoulders again away from each other like you're closing the armpits, rolling the forearms in. So the arms kind of go in different directions. The upper arms go in one direction, the lower arms or the forearms go in another direction. Good. From here, you can walk your feet in a couple inches, big toes touch, bend the knees. Inhale, look forward. At the end of the exhale, walk or hop to the front of the mat. As soon as you land, inhale, reach the heart forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Push into the feet, look out in front of you. Inhale, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, draw that energy down into your heart. Come back to your affirmation, smile. I am what? What's your affirmation? Good. I am. Beautiful. Let's do that whole sequence one more time. Really let our booties and lower body feel this. All right, so inhale, reach your arms up, sitting back into chair. Exhale, sink a little bit lower, navel towards the spine, pushing the knees back. Try not to stick the booty out. Let's not have a back bend, compressing the low back. Draw the low ribs and hips towards each other. Smile. You got this. Affirmation anytime your mind wanders. Stay there or lift the heels, bringing your arms parallel to the ground. Breathe. Navel towards the spine. Stay there or pulse. 10, 9, 8. And you can pulse with the heels down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Inhale, chair. Feel the burn. Exhale, fold. Oh my gosh. Inhale, come halfway up, monkey. Exhale, walk back to plank, stepping with your opposite foot. Navel towards the spine here. Inhale, push forward. Exhale, lower with or without the knees. Chest lands first. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, draw the chest forward and up, cobra or up dog. If you're in cobra, you can exhale, come back down, curl the toes under. Inhale, push up in a straight line. Don't cheat yourself. Exhale, hips up and back. Breathe. Knees can be bent. It's more important to be in a straight line from the wrist to the hips. So push into the knuckles, sending the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Taking cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth whenever. Good. Big toes touch. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through low lunge. Try to keep the heels of the hands down if possible. I know it's hard. Back heel lifted, rise up. Wrap the shoulders, bend the back knee, navel towards the spine. Right knee's directly on top of the ankle. Let's pulse in the crescent. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now circle the arms around, come into warrior 3. So all the weight is now on the right foot. Left leg is straight as well. Toes pointing down. You can come anywhere until you get parallel to the ground. Reach the chest forward, foot back. Good. Rise back up. Come back to your crescent. Inhale, lift your chest, smile. So fun. Exhale, downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa on your own. So if you want to do your upward dog, you can inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale to 90 degrees only. That's chaturanga. Inhale, slow, upward facing dog. Exhale, lead with the low back as you lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Now only do that if you can do that with good form. Otherwise, stick with the other variation. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through low lunge. Keep your back heel lifted, rise up. Wrap the shoulders, bend your back knee. Pulse. 10, smile. 8, make sure you're breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Circle your arms around, all the weight in the left foot. Warrior 3, navel towards the spine. Reach the heel towards the back of the room, chest towards the front. Good. However you can, come back to your crescent. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's move through a vinyasa, whichever kind you're ready for today. Mentally, physically, and emotionally. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower with or without the knees. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, lower back down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, lead with the low back. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through. All right, so from here, you can either keep the back knee lifted or bring it down. And if your upper back really rounds here, no problem. You can always set your hands onto blocks, or if you don't have blocks, just bring them onto the knees. If you have the back knee lifted, scooch the left foot back. Think about pushing the left heel back, right knee forward. So let's inhale here. Exhale. Keep your spine straight. Keep reaching the chest forward. Only straighten the front leg as far as you can without rounding the back. Same thing if your knee's down. But if your knee's down, you can lift your front toes. Good. Bend the knee. Exhale. Bring the hips back. You don't have to straighten necessarily. Good. Bend. And bring the hips back. Beautiful. Bend. Now, if your back knee is down, lift it up, and we're going to reach the arms forward. Chest is almost parallel to the right leg, right quad. Let's feel it. Let's feel it. Let's feel it. Good. Hands down. Lift your right leg up and back. You can open up the hip. Ah, that feels good on the hip flexor. Good. Vinyasa, down dog, or resting pose. We're almost there. Inhale, come forward if you're doing the vinyasa. Exhale, lower with or without the knees. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, back bend, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under. Inhale, push up in a straight line. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through low lunge. Okay, so again, the back knee can be down or it can be lifted. Either way, draw the chest forward, shoulders back. You can keep the hand on the knee and then just kind of move from there. It's going to take a little bit more balance, or hands on blocks or on the ground. Just draw the chest forward and up. I'm going to do the same variation I did on the other side. So scooch the right foot back if your knee's lifted, pushing the right heel back, left knee forward. Let's inhale here. Exhale, can bring the hips back. Inhale, bend. Draw the chest forward. Exhale, hips back. Good. Again. Good. Now bend. Keep the legs like that. Reach the arms overhead so that the fingers are reaching forward. Feel that strength building in the leg. Very good. Hands down. Bring your left foot up and back. Open up the hips. Bring it down. Vinyasa. Inhale forward. Exhale, lower with or without the knees. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, lower. Now pretend that there's a string attached to the lower back, and that's pulling that up first as you inhale up. Exhale, hips up and back. Good. Hold in down dog, child's pose, or sit back on the heels to slow down the breath. You can take some cleansing breaths. Good. Come back to your downward facing dog, and we'll make our way into pigeon. So inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bring your right knee to the outside of the right wrist as the foot swings over to the left. Don't grab the foot and yank it up to bring the shin parallel to the front of the mat. Does not matter. Instead, curl the back toes under and walk it back until you feel a stretch in the right hip. Keep your hips square. Okay, don't dump off to the right side. Left leg is parallel to the back of the mat. Stay here or come down onto the forearms, either on the ground or on blocks, or lay all the way down. Just listen to your body. Breathe, smile, affirmation. Good. From here, come to our final downward facing dog. Walk it out or lift the leg up and move it around, whatever you did on the other side. Good. And then in whichever way you would like to, lower all the way down onto the belly, coming onto the forearms, uncurling the toes. Drawing the chest forward, shoulders back, navel towards the spine for Sphinx pose, opening up the heart. Come back to your affirmation. Smile. Good. Fold your left forearm in, bend the right leg, reach back and either grab the toes or the ankle. If you can grab the ankle, flex the foot. Now, if you're not feeling any sensation in the front of the right leg, you can walk your left forearm out and bring your forehead to the forearm. If you're still not feeling a stretch, gently tuck your tailbone, just bringing the pelvis into neutral, navel towards the spine, reaching the right knee back. Now you should feel some sensation and breathe. Good. Switch it out. Go to where you need to go to feel sensation today. Might be different than where you'd had to go yesterday or last year or where you'll need to go tomorrow. Good. Release. Bring the hands on either side of the chest. Curl the toes under. Push yourself up to your hands and knees. Swing your feet around and extend your legs straight out in front of you. Now from here, pull the booty back a little bit and then bend the knees slightly, keeping the feet active, meaning pushing through the heels and the balls of the feet. We're bending the knees so we have more movement in the pelvis. If you know your hamstrings are really open, then you can keep the knees down. But let's do a big shoulder roll and inhale, lengthen the spine. Now exhale, start to tip the pelvis forward. Your tailbone will lift, and think about drawing your chest towards the big toes. The most common mistake I see in this pose is that people round their back, okay, and bring the forehead down towards the shins. So instead, you want to stick your booty out, draw the chest forward, shoulders back. So see how I'm squeezing my shoulders towards each other together on the back? That helps to draw the chest forward and keep the spine long. So it doesn't matter how far down you're going. It matters that you're doing it with correct form and feeling sensation. Knees can definitely be bent. Again, that'll just give you more mobility in the pelvis. Good. Now I know it's satisfying to round into it, so I will let you do that just for a breath. It also gives a really good stretch to the entire back of the body in a completely different way, which I like. And then slowly come up, cross your legs. Let's take a few final breaths together, and then you can lay back for your Shavasana, which is well-deserved. So just circle your hands together in front of your heart into Anjali Mudra. Just breathe with me, connecting together through time and space. Thank yourself for doing this practice today, and I thank you so much for letting me guide you through this practice. Have a great day. Please complete your practice by laying down with a really juicy Shavasana, just kind of thanking your body for all the hard work that it did. You can just take 10 deep breaths or set your timer on your phone or on any device for 5-10 minutes. Your body and mind will thank you. All right, have an awesome day. Namaste.